I see you. Yeah, you're a fighter. I see you. You've got a friend. I see you. Yeah, you're a winner. I see you. Yeah, you're.
So, before I can even get into what I'm eating, this is my vitamin and mineral list. General vitamin, you have to take a multivitamin. And with the beginning, you have to do things in a liquid way. You have to take calcium. And it says start now and continue forever. Start now and continue forever. Vitamin D and omega-3, start now and continue forever. Here are the things I'm supposed to take just for 12 weeks to help with the healing. Vitamin C as well as zinc. Now, I also take Pepsid, which keeps me from having the issue of reflux. And then I am on blood pressure medicine. Here's the kicker for this type of blood pressure medicine. It lowers my blood pressure, but it retains water. And I cannot take my water pill right now, which is the HCTZ, because they don't want me wasting away water because I need to stay hydrated. So that could explain my stall. I take a hair pill, well, a hair liquid. And I'm not advocating for any of these things. These are things that I'm doing right now. No particular brand, but I'm trying it because according to everyone who's had the surgery, you will lose some hair. There's the vitamin D, the zinc, the vitamin C, the omega-3, which is really good because it's a flavor. And I actually crush up those pills and take the zinc out of there. And that's why you see this trusty hammer. I beat those things to death. And so, yeah. Okay, so this is one of my staples, Isopure protein drink. It has 160 calories, but it's aspartame, lactose, and gluten-free. You know, you're supposed to shake it up really great, and actually, I was only supposed to drink this week 1. However, with me fearing not getting all my protein in, nor all of my fluids, I decided to go ahead and choose this since this is 20 ounces of fluids a day, and it will count towards the water that I need, or they say at least 64 ounces of fluids. So it's a staple for me right now. I have absolutely no clue what withdrawals from a chemical substance feels like, but weathering these emotional storms without the without the crutch of food. My 38-year-old friend, who turned out to be a foe, man, oh my goodness.
I'm Ellis. I'm Toni Ellis's husband. She may talk about many topics tomorrow in terms of her journaling, her weight loss journey from her surgery. Please, I just want to make sure I put this on record. It's only been 3 weeks. No matter how transparent she may be, how much she may share, please give her words of encouragement in the form of your text and responses, because she's trying to take and rush everything after just 3 weeks of the surgery, tomorrow being exactly 3 weeks. I keep reassuring her the journey takes a while, but she will achieve the success she wants. She's been very good about following the doctor's instructions, but she's some encouragement. So even though, you know, she's letting you into her world with chronicling her journey, give her words of encouragement. Those of you who have the surgery, or those of you who are just watching her her blog, thank you so much in advance.
Must continue with the self-care. Between all of the emotional stuff, with the new way of eating, can't forget to take care of my feet. And Lamont is joining me. You happy?
Pretty happy. Don't judge me.
Greetings, this is Toni Ellis, Soul Sparker and Clarity Coach, and you are following my VSG journey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to this channel so that you can follow me all 52 weeks. As you can see, we're going to be talking about what I consume on a daily basis. As far as where I am right now, I'm at week 3, and week 1 was kind of tough. Let me read to you what week 1 was about. Week 1 was basically your protein, which is that little Isopure drink that I showed you earlier. It's a 0-carb drink, and it has 40 grams of protein. And they wanted me to get at least 1, sometimes if I could, fit in 2 a day for that first week. And just stick to broth and get at least 64 ounces of water or pure Crystal Light, because you know Crystal Light has different versions now, and decaffeinated teas. And that was basically it for week 1. Week 2, which I started February 8th, I could introduce some dairy, which was skim or 2% buttermilk, lactate, or fat-free plain yogurt. And so I can tell you that I have incorporated the 000 oikos. This 000 means 0 sugar added, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0% fat, but it has 15 whole grams of protein in it. So that's a really great protein source. And I graduated to blenderized vegetable-based soups, and I found these at Smith's. They're called, they're Campbell's, and they're can't see that. Let's see if we can dim this light a little. Maybe you could read it better. Yes, they're Yes soups. Yes. And this one is a sweet corn and roasted poblano. And this is a butternut sweet potato squash. These soups will save your life because they count as more fluids, and they seem like they were made for bariatric patients because they're sipping soups. So there's not anything grand that you would have to blend up. And then I actually found this creamy potato soup mix at Smith's as well. And it's a really great potato soup. You just add 8 cups of water and it's seasoned well. It tastes great. My husband was eating it, and my daughter and my grandchildren. Well, Blue, my grandson. And so those have been my staples. And here's a roasted chicken broth. Usually I get a Swanson's or a Simply something. I can't remember the brand. But you can use any type of vegetable or meat-based broth to kind of tie you over. And that hot fluid, oh my gosh, it warms your stomach, warms your soul, fills you up. And then finally, this water that I like to use, it's called Hint. There's a watermelon, there's a blackberry, and there's a pineapple version. And I've had them all, and sometimes I'll put my little Crystal Light in it. But overall, I'm at week 3 now. And with week 3, you can have more pureed fruits, pureed turkey, chicken, pork, beef, fish. A lot of these things I don't eat, but I'm just telling you, canned salmon, tuna, or chicken. You can have scrambled eggs or egg beaters or tofu, natural creamy peanut butter or almond nut butters with no sugar added. And you can have blenderized lentils, and I love lentils. Beans are life to me. But lentil soup, oh my goodness, I love it. So I've also had a black bean based soup that you take a little bag and boil it and just season them up well. And I normally put onions and garlic and bell pepper and things to just kind of make it savory. And so that's where I am right now in my journey. I didn't want to keep you all long. I just want to give you, a short version of a diary this week. But I want to encourage the person who is struggling to believe that they can do this. You can do this. It is not all about the food. It's all about your mindset when it comes to food. Now, I said earlier this week in the video someplace that food was a 38-year-old friend for me that became a foe, but I'm here to tell you and reiterate to you, food is neither friend nor foe, but it is fuel. And you need the proper fuel to push forward. I need more water in my life. I need more fruits and vegetables in my life. I need more living food so that I am really living. It seems like some of what we have given ourselves in the way we call food, and I should change that. Not seems like, it is. We are poisoning ourselves. Even with what they told me to keep myself hydrated. You know, I forgot to tell you guys, sugar-free popsicles are really great resource for getting more fluids in and staying hydrated. But at some point, I'm not going to have this in my system either, because there are so many chemicals in our foods today. There's so many things lending to our addictions. People say that, you know, chemical dependency is challenging, and they're usually speaking about drugs and alcohol. But our food has become part of that chemical dependency. When it is processed, when it is not natural. At some point, I need to put my own vegetables in a pot and just boil the vegetables until I create a nice broth. And I can tell you that I'm still on a stall. I still have not lost any more weight. And I know it has a lot to do with my overworked liver, because I did more research and found out that your liver can prevent you. When you need to do a liver cleanse, it can prevent you from losing weight. And I know my liver was in bad shape, because if my stomach was that large, how was that organ of that liver being taxed, and my heart being taxed, and my kidneys being taxed? So this video is a little longer than I wanted it to be, but there were just certain things I needed to say to you all. It's not over for you. It is not over for you. I'm learning that this is more of a mindset shift than it is a maturity of my palate. The palate will mature as my mindset shifts and I start practicing more healthy, habits. Listen, I'm Toni Ellis, the Soul Sparker and the Clarity Coach, and I'm here to spark your soul to soar. Show up for you. Own up for you. Act up positively for you. And that's when you will begin to rise. And that completes the soar. And then roar about it. Talk about your resilience. Talk about your optimism and be more optimistic. Hold yourself and others accountable. Tell yourself you don't need that. That is going to set you back. And then you will automatically be restored. Thank you once again for tuning in. Please tune in next week. I'm trying to have me some guest speakers here soon. And again, I'm Toni Ellis, Soul Sparker and Clarity Coach. And I see you. And you're a winner. You got this. You can do this. Oh, until next time, peace and many blessings. Love you. Bye-bye.